Okay, so I've already downloaded it and extracted it to this folder. So it will look like something this. Go on, right click and say run as administrator. So once your installation wizard starts, simply say next, accept the terms, say next, and I recommend accepting all defaults for the time being. Okay, or if you don't have sufficient space, you could use some other drives. For example, I have some good space on my D drive, I guess, so I should say D. Okay. Let me create a new folder over there. Oracle 11G XE installed. That will give me sufficient hint. Okay, so this is the point to note: the sys and the system database account password. And in the class, I've already told you what the password has to be. Uh, it's not necessary, but just for my students, I have already told them the password has to be same so that I can access their computer or their machine and access their databases whenever they need any support. Perfect. The point here to note is 1521 is the listener port and the 8080 for HTTP listener. This might take some time depending upon the RAM that we have, so I'll pause for a while. Still taking some time. This is taking longer than expected. So this is the screen that you see after everything is finished. Fine. So let's verify whether Oracle has been installed properly or not. So once the Oracle gets installed, it comes up with a client tool as well. It is known as SQL Plus. So let me show you that it has already started the service. And within the service, if you see, you'll find Oracle or Express Edition. Okay. So here is the scheduler, and you need to the Oracle Express Edition. So this is the service. It's running, and I recommend your listener to be started and running as well. Okay. So because we'll connect through listener using SQL developer. So these two services are running. It's sufficient for us. So if you simply say SQL Plus and you say sys as DBA and the password that you had supplied it earlier, make sure the password will not be seen at that particular point of time, but this confirms that we are connected to the server. Okay, so connected to Oracle Database 11g Express Edition, blah blah blah. Okay, so if you have to see who the user you are logged in through currently, you have the user command, which is sys. If you have to connect to the new user or say any other user, then you would have said something else. But for our own practice, we'll say we have a user, we have certain data installed as well. It's called LTR alter USCR user. We have an HR user installed within the database. Alter user HR ACCOUNT account unlock. Account unlock identified by, and let's have a password HR for the time being. Passwords are case sensitive, so if it is a small HR, usernames are generally capital and passwords are case sensitive. Okay, in Oracle, passwords are case sensitive. Alter user HR account unlock identified by this. So okay, sorry, the codes I tell you. The user has been altered without specified password. So now if I have to connect with HR, I would say connect HR and the password is HR. Is connected, and if you have to see who the user is, again, so user is the HR. And now if you have to see the list of tables that is provided within the schema of HR, we say actually Oracle is schema based database. Therefore, every user is assigned to their own corresponding schema, or every schema has a corresponding same named user. Fine. Having said that, so we have a HR schema, and the HR schema has few tables as well. So in order to see that, we say select name from user underscore tables. So these are few of the tables that already provided by the Oracle for academic purpose or maybe for research purpose or for whatsoever, we have some default data installed at that point of installation. Okay, if you have to see the data over there, you could you could see the structure as well. But furthermore, inside the class, so if this thing works, if this command works for you, you should consider yourself you're lucky. So say exit. Thank you. I think the installation part has been done and the verification part has been done as well. So don't forget to activate your HR account, because a lot of the practices that will be covered inside the class will be utilizing the HR schema itself. And then we'll start learning creating your own DDL statements, creating your own tables, having your own user account set up and all that. But for the time being, you'll have to use the default schema in order to practice in the class or in the lab. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.